Breaking news, Raiders Nation. There's a big update coming out of Las Vegas, and it's something every Raiders fan needs to hear. Let's talk about Christian Wilkins. The star defensive tackle is facing some concerning issues, and it's got Raider Nation holding its breath. You've probably heard whispers about his foot injury. Yes, that same Lisfranc problem from last October. It's still not fully healed, and that's got a lot of people worried, including us. Before we dive deeper into what's really going on, make sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and smash that bell icon so you never miss a moment of the action. We've got all the latest updates coming straight from Raiders camp, and you don't want to miss them. Now, back to the story. Christian Wilkins has been showing up at team OTAs, and he's working hard, but he's not back to full speed. There were rumors he might be wearing a walking boot, but those have been shut down by reliable sources like Tashin Reed. He confirmed Wilkins wasn't in a boot, and that's at least one good sign. Still, here's the reality. Pete Carroll, the Raiders' head coach, spoke out and didn't sugarcoat it. He said this recovery has been tough. Wilkins is in the building early every day putting in the work, but his foot just isn't ready yet. It's a slow process, a challenging one, and there's still no clear timeline for his return. For a player as crucial as Wilkins, that's a huge deal. He's a key piece of our defense, and if he's not 100%, the Raiders need a backup plan. Fast. In the next part, we'll look at which Raiders players must step up and who the team might target in free agency if Wilkins has to sit out longer than expected. So stick around, because the next update could shape the future of our season. Let's talk honestly, Raider Nation. On a scale from 1 to 10, how worried should we be about Christian Wilkins' injury? For me, it's a solid 6. That might not sound too high, but it's definitely gone up. A few days ago, I was sitting at a 3. But now, the concern is real. Why? Because Wilkins isn't just another guy on the roster. In my eyes, he's the second most important player on our defense, right behind Max Crosby. The Raiders' entire defensive strategy this season is built on one thing: pressure. If we can't hit the quarterback with just 4 guys up front, everything starts to fall apart. The secondary has looked decent during the offseason, which is great to see. But if our front line doesn't bring the heat, it won't matter how well the corners cover. Opposing quarterbacks will have too much time. So, what now? The good news, it's still early. It's May. There's time. June, July, August. Plenty of it. And maybe the team is just being cautious. After all, Wilkins is a key piece. They're also sitting Malcolm Kuntz right now, who says he should be good to go soon. That tells me the staff might just be playing it safe with Wilkins too. But let's face it, if Wilkins has to miss time, some Raiders need to step up. Big time. I've ranked 6 defensive players who must rise to the occasion. Every name on this list is crucial, especially with how thin the Raiders are at defensive tackle. And yes, we're only including guys who are actually on the team right now. Here's the countdown. Number 6, J.J. Peggs, the rookie from round 6. He's a big guy, 6 feet 2 inches, 309 pounds, and we're going to need that size. Can he plug holes in the middle? Can he be versatile enough to shift around if needed? We're about to find out. That word, versatility, is going to be huge for all these guys. Number 5, Tonka Hemingway. I'm putting Hemingway above Peggs for one reason: draft position. Tonka came in during round 4, so expectations are a bit higher. He's got strength, attitude, and something to prove. Coming up next, we'll look at the next 4 defenders who absolutely must deliver if Wilkins isn't ready for Week 1. Now let's get back to the Raiders' defensive line, and who can step up if Christian Wilkins isn't ready to go. We talked about Tonka Hemingway, but let's be real. He's no Wilkins. The two play the game very differently. Hemingway is more of a hybrid, part defensive end, part tackle. He's quick, agile, and athletic, no doubt, but he doesn't bring that same power and presence up the middle that Wilkins does. If we're talking pure replacement at Wilkins' exact position, J.J. Peggs might be a better match. Still, the Raiders might favor Hemingway. After all, they picked him earlier in the draft. That tells you something about how the team sees his potential. Now, here's where things get serious. Number 4. John P. Laulu's not a rookie anymore, and the Raiders are high on him. He flashed some promise last season. He's got more weight to him than most people think, just under 300 pounds, but he plays like a bigger guy. If I were a part of the Raiders' coaching staff, I'd pull him aside right now and say, "We need you at your best. Maybe add a few more pounds this offseason. Be that guy who can plug the middle, clear the way for Crosby, and make life easier for Quincy." That's what Wilkins was supposed to do. Take the pressure off everyone else. If Laulu can do even part of that, it would be a huge win for this defense. Ector 3. Leki Fotu. Now this one's tricky. Leki Fotu was brought in as a free agent this offseason. Out of everyone on this list, he's the one that gives me a bit of concern, but also the one I think needs to step up the most. He's the biggest guy we've got in the middle right now, and with that size, he could be the one to eat up double teams. He's probably not going to make highlight reels, but his job would be crucial, taking on blockers so the stars around him can shine. Unless one of the undrafted rookies like Tank, Lockett, or Travin has a breakout camp, this could fall on Fotu's shoulders. And the truth is, it's a heavy load. Coming up next, we'll talk about the final two players on this list, the ones who could make or break this defensive front if Wilkins can't go. If Christian Wilkins can't go, there's one thing the Raiders absolutely need: guys who can step in, step up, and do the dirty work in the trenches. Let's start with Leki Fotu. He might not be flashy, but his job is simple: take on double teams so that others can make plays. It's a thankless role, but a vital one. And right now, all eyes are on him to prove he can handle it. Now, here's where I might surprise you. Number 2. Tyree Wilson. Yes, I said it. Tyree might be an edge rusher by title, but he's more than that. He's got the size and the raw power to slide inside when needed. And with Wilkins potentially out, that versatility becomes a weapon. This is the moment for Wilson to show he's not just a first-round pick in name. It's put up or shut up time. Whether he's coming off the edge or shifting inside, he has to be a disruptor. The Raiders are full of what you'd call tweeners, guys who can move between defensive end and tackle. Wilson, Hemingway, Peggs, they all fit that mold. But versatility alone won't save the defense. Someone has to lead from the inside. That brings us to the number one player who must deliver if Wilkins misses time: Adam Butler. The Raiders handed Butler a solid deal this offseason, and now it's clear why. If Wilkins isn't ready, Butler becomes the most important defensive tackle on the roster. But here's the truth: Butler wasn't signed to be a DT1. He's a strong DT, too, maybe even a DT3 in an ideal setup. That's what made him so effective last season. He thrived in the shadows, while opponents focused on bigger names. Now, he's the one under the spotlight. Still, there's a reason the Raiders trusted him with that deal. Butler makes everyone around him better. He's smart, experienced, and battle-tested. If anyone on that line can take the pressure and still produce, it's him. Whether it's Fotu, Wilson, or Butler, this is the moment where depth gets tested and new leaders emerge. Now that we've gone through who on the current roster needs to step up, let's talk about the other side of the coin: free agents. No fluff, no filler. Just the realistic, legit options the Las Vegas Raiders might actually pick up the phone for. Let's start with a name that might surprise some people: Jadeveon Clowney. Now look, Clowney isn't your typical interior lineman. He's not replacing Christian Wilkins snap for snap at defensive tackle. But when you look at how the Raiders are currently built, packed with hybrid edge interior guys, it makes sense to consider a player who can wreck a pocket from multiple angles. Clowney fits that mold. He's disruptive, he's aggressive, and over the last 2 seasons he's totaled 15 sacks while also being one of the better run defenders on the edge. You don't bring him in to play the Wilkins role directly. You bring him in to make life hell for offensive lines trying to block Max Crosby on the other side. There's also the Pete Carroll connection. Back in 2019, Clowney played under Carroll in Seattle, racking up over 650 snaps and earning a strong PFF grade north of 87. That kind of familiarity with the new Raiders system could make the transition a smooth one. So, no, Clowney isn't a carbon copy replacement for Christian Wilkins. But if you're looking for impact players who can take pressure off your stars, he's at the top of the board. The key now is simple. Do the Raiders want a one-for-one fill, or are they shifting to a more flexible approach up front, rotating versatile linemen, confusing offenses, and creating havoc from all angles? Because if that's the case, Jadeveon Clowney might be more than just a fit. He might be the missing piece in this evolving Raiders front.